So the title of this brief talk is How to Release Persistent and Painful Feelings and Emotions and Thoughts through the awareness created by the practice of mindfulness. Now, I don't want to talk about mindfulness as something very esoteric, very Eastern, and you have to do really amazing stuff with it. All I'm really meaning with mindfulness is that you are mindful, you apply your attention, your gaze into something, you recognize it, you admit it, and you can see the problems that it is creating in your life, the pain that is creating inside you, this bubbling that can be so painful to bear. So, besides mindfulness, of course, for persistent and difficult emotions, there are so many various methods, all quite efficient in different ways. You have some people even go for counseling, psychotherapy, because you sit, you talk to somebody who gives you the space, the time to express yourself. And they give you feedback as well. And suddenly you can get into very interesting areas of yourself and realize things that are quite important. The limitation with that, of course, sometimes is that you keep digging and just bringing up memories, and a certain frustration might remain that it's not fully happening. And of course, if you are religious or something like that, or you like some meditation methods, you can recite a prayer, you can recite a mantra. So as this rage and anger, let's say for an example, keeps on rising and coming up and devouring you, you say something just by saying Om, 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 or Jesus be with me, or if you're not religious, is the sun is rising over the mountains, a beautiful sun, visualize that. So you're taking your mind away from this unpleasant sensation into something quite pleasant. And there are many ways of concentration, of course, and there could be many others, but that is just to give you an example, different alternatives. Now, by mindfulness, first of all, let me tell you, I don't mean this Western misinterpretation that when you are practicing mindfulness meditation, maybe just following your breath and so forth, you have to see your emotions and feelings as totally separate from you. They don't, they are not you, they have nothing to do with you, and they are just somewhere else, happening in another world or dimension. Now, that is not what mindfulness meant about how to face feelings, because in this westernized understanding of the practice, you can create a lot of repression and alienation in a way. It's like you're splitting yourself into two. There is me, and then there is something happening which I refuse completely. So this can work for some time. Yeah, some people say it can do some work, but I find people who practice this for quite some time, they can sound and look quite like automats, that kind of speech, hello there, yeah, everything cool, is not something that I would recommend. So with doing the mindfulness on feelings and emotion, that means that you go first normally and you relax your breath. I mean, I've got quite a few videos on meditation and mindfulness or self-inquiry. Just, I'll put up the playlist you're welcome to go and have a look. You can do it in a long way, in about 7 videos, or there is one that encapsulates the whole thing. So as you relax your breath, first of all, and you relax your body, of course you notice that certain feelings are rising. Now those feelings don't rise only when you are relaxing in meditation, but as well when you walk, when you deal with people. You know, they say something and you go, woo, you know, he didn't agree with me. You know, I hate him, I want to punch him. This thing comes up. So what you do is, of course, you don't stock it, you don't fire it up. You know, when I say don't repress it, I don't mean don't make it bigger and bigger. You see? But all it means is, like you are the ocean, there is a wave which rises within the ocean. It's not something, you know, in another planet. It is within that ocean, but for a moment it's like that wave takes all your attention and it says, this is who you are, this is all there is. So that rage slowly consumes you. Instead, what you are doing, you are relaxing, you are breathing in, you are breathing out, you notice rage is rising. So you see it, you don't repress it, you don't nurture it. You don't go, yeah, go, rise, yes, you've got every reason to, you know. You just look at it, you don't condemn it, you don't judge it. Maybe in normal circumstances you could think that rage is motivated. But what we are talking is not in particular circumstances where you really need to say no, but in circumstances where you have got this constant tonality coming back to you. So you see it and you see that it is possessing you, and you know, you go rage. If need be, then if it gets too much, you can do a little mantra, you know. Of course, if it gets even too much, you go for a walk, you know. And mind you, you can do mindfulness as well when you're doing a walk. So you allow it to rise. You allow it to rise, but without grasping it. You allow it to show you its name. You allow it to tell you its origin. And in that way, by being almost maternal in a way towards it, saying, okay, that's all right, you are okay. I'm not trying to kill you, I'm not trying to chase you away. Just be, just express it and let it go. And then the miracle begins to happen. Is slowly that rage might even show you its history, you know, why it's there, where does it really come from. But even then you don't get attached to it. You see the history, you see the root, and then also, you know, you let it go. Now, this event, this process can also happen when you're sitting in the park, when you're having a walk, and the same process applies. You are maybe sitting on a bus, you know, awareness is there all the time. So again, you look at it, you smile at it, and you release it with compassion. You know, we are humans, we get angry, sometimes we really don't see what's going on and how we are reacting, the destructive way in which we are reacting. So we need to learn all that. We need to learn it with time. Okay? So we'll do more videos and maybe more meditations on this subject. The next one, in the next video, I'm going to give you a link to it. I will talk about how I dealt with my own anger and rage through mindfulness, and how I'm still dealing with it, and how I'm slowly releasing it. So I hope you have found some inspiration in this talk, and thanks for watching it.